Listen, do not blow the bag. Are you blowing your bag? Every time you level up, you blowing the bag. Stop blowing the bag. You got to allocate. All right? Do not blow the bag. That's what we're talking about on this episode of The League of Hustlers. Welcome back. Are you blowing the bag? I hope not. Okay? I hope not. Are you allocating? I hope so. All right. I'm your co-host, HT.
I'm CD Barnes.
And this is another episode of the League of Hustlers in our 10-part series of that we're calling the Dream Stream Strategy. All right. And who are we? You may ask, right? We are the League of Hustlers. All right. We started this podcast like 3 seasons ago. All right. And we talk about mindset and financial freedom. Of course, we're an award-winning podcast. Just want to cover that. But more importantly, what is the Dream Stream Strategy? The Dream Stream Strategy is an easy-to-follow workbook that walks through creating, mastering, and maintaining multiple streams of income. It helps you define achievable dreams, choose your perfect opportunity, plan your strategy, and systemize your success so that you can enjoy the life of your dreams. Everybody talks about needing multiple streams of income, but nobody actually tells you how. They'll mention how to do one specific thing, or they'll mention how to do another specific thing. But what about this whole concept of multiple streams of income? That's what we're here for, and that's what we talk about. All right. Dream Stream Strategy covers that, right? In 10 steps. All right. Now we're not going to hit you with the 1 step to success or the 3 steps to success. No. They're selling you a pipe dream. All of this stuff has multiple levels. All right. So number 1, we talk about visualizing success. Number 2 covers taking account. Number 3, bridging the gap. Step 4, selecting your opportunity. 5, plan, plot, strategize. 6, execute. 7, simplify and systemize. 8, maintain and optimize. 9, allocate your resources, which we're going to talk about today. And lastly, realizing success. CD, let's give them a brief rundown of what each of these were about.
All right. In case you have not seen the previous episodes, double back on YouTube. You can find all of these episodes. But for the sake of this episode, we're just going to do a quick catch up. All right. So step 1 is visualize success. This is where you set your goals. All right. Next up, after visualizing success, we talk about taking account. Taking account is all about measuring where you are and understanding why you are where you are. After you take account for your current situation, the next thing you need to do is bridge the gap. All right. The gap is the difference between where you are today and where you want it to be when you set those goals. So we're going to, in that section, we talk about bridging that gap. To bridge that gap, you're going to be selecting the perfect opportunity. All right. So, and we get into that. And obviously the section labeled that select your opportunity. Then we're going to talk about plan, plot, strategize, which is the blueprint to that particular opportunity, everything you need to do to actually do the next step, which is execute. All right. And this is all about action, obviously, in this phase, and it's all up to you to do that. But after you're done executing, you're going to need to simplify and systemize your execution strategy. And that's going to give you your staying power. That's going to allow you to grow and scale. All right. Which brings us to the next section, maintain and optimize. Very important. This is what, business is all about. Think about a franchise. Think about all of those things. If they can't maintain and optimize one restaurant, there's no way they can possibly scale and see another second or third or in a different state or whatever. All right. Which brings us to this next section. Today's conversation will be about allocating your resources. H said it at the very beginning of this episode. Don't blow the bag, man. Listen, blowing your bag, you're hustling backwards. All right. Because what's going to happen is you're going to get your money and you do this. You're so excited. This brand new money. You're so excited. And you go out there and you fumble it into the streets and you throw it into somebody else's pocket. And then you have to start all over. Listen, you need to allocate your resources. Number one, you need to be reinvesting back into your business. Obviously, let me explain. I'm gonna. This is very important, man. All right, from one hustler to another. It's easier to make money. It's easier to make more money when you already have money because it allows you to make more money. Imagine starting, let's say we're both selling t-shirts and I start out with $10 and you start out with $10,000. Because you have more money than me, it's easier for you to make more money. You understand? Because you have access to more resources, better tools, better equipment, a better network, all of that stuff put together right gives you the opportunity to make more money. Whereas me starting off with $10, sure, I may be able to get a t-shirt and sell it and make a couple dollars, but the process is going to look it's going to be strenuous. It's going to look a lot different than it is. All right. So you need to be reinvesting into your business. This is the re-up, basically. Don't fumble your re-up money. Don't blow the bag. You got to reinvest back into the business in order to grow the business. All right.
That's a real critical point, right? This is a real critical point. And CD was talking just before we got on about how this may be one of the most important sections of this, right? All of it is important, right? And we say that each time because each step is super important, but this one like more so than the others because you have to put it back in. And I just want to add to that. You have to put it back in order for it to grow, right? But I just want to add to that in our culture, right? We have this tendency to want to shine. We have this tendency to want to get that chain. We have the tendency to want to cop that whip. We have the tendency to want to show, right? Show that we've made it, right? Because a lot of us have been down for so long. And so as soon as you get a little bit, you like, yo, I got it. You know what I mean? It's like, just chill. It's okay. It's okay. Just chill. You don't have to be on Front Street. You don't have to showboat, right? You don't have to be out here like, la da da da. And what you'll find is that when you do that, you're wasting valuable money that you could be reinvesting, right? Back into the business to grow even faster. Like, yeah, we want to shine. Yeah, you want to show that you made it and stuff like that. But look, listen, I've been there, done that. All the people that's been there, done that, they're trying to tell you like, yo, it's not worth it. You know, because you're either going to attract the wrong attention or you're going to waste money, right? That you could have reinvested and got to your goal faster. This is about the dream stream. Okay, now here's a little caveat though. The point of the dream stream strategy, right, is to achieve those dreams, right? So make sure that that dream that you have, okay, the resources are going to that dream. Okay, now if that's part of the dream, right, that in the beginning we set forth is that you want to X, Y, and Z, and this thing that you just bought or whatever, it's part of it. Cool, right? Cool. That's why we're doing this. We're creating these multiple income streams so that we can buy those dreams and so that we can achieve a certain lifestyle. But just understand that if you blow money, right? If you are blowing the bag on the wrong things, then you can't reach that dream. It's going to take longer to reach that dream, rather. All right. So allocate your resources, focus on reinvesting so that until you get that dream, right? Don't blow it on food, don't blow it on clothes, jewelry, and stuff like that. Make sure you allocating and reinvesting for that dream. This takes discipline. It takes discipline. All right. Just wanted to add that into that point.
Yeah, and it's really about you need to be leveling up at this point. If you've made it this far in the process, you need to be leveling up. If you've successfully, identified a hustle, you successfully monetized, you successfully created some sort of a process or system for yourself, this is the point where you can actually level up, and it's very important here. If you don't allocate your resources properly, you'll end up crashing the stream. All right, and it's not about the money. You kind of need to adapt the this into your psyche about how you think about money in business. All right, money is important, but what's more important is the flow.
There you go.
You've set up this entity, you've set up this stream so that you can consistently have resources coming out of this stream. That's very important. All right. So, because with this stream, what's going to happen is you're going to have some sort of operating costs, some sort of operating expenses to manage and maintain this stream at its optimal capacity. If you blow the bag, you're going to crash the stream. You're going to have to build it over from scratch. It's very important that you allocate your resources, that you're putting money back into the business, that you're looking at your operating costs, that you have money already set aside for your operating costs for the next month or the next quarter or whatever. You need to have that stuff set to the side. You're putting money to the side even for taxes. And then,
Right.
you know what I mean? You need to be making enough money where you can pay yourself, but all of this money that's coming through the stream, you cannot just stuff it in your pocket and go outside to play. Do
Right.
not do that. All right.
Right.
This is grown up stuff right here. You know what I mean? You cannot just take all of your candy and eat it all at one time, guys. This is not. You and trust the process, man.
Yeah.
Trust the process. Trust the process. You're not penny pinching yourself, right?
Right.
It's not. It's don't look at it as that you're not penny pinching yourself, because what you
Just
should be
got goals, man.
yeah, you should be focusing on growing the stream to the point where the extras and the leftovers that are left after all of this operational expense, taxes, you paid employees, you reinvested in the business, you opened up another account just for cash reserve for the business. Even after all of that, the leftovers still leave you a sizable amount for you to pay yourself and realize the dream that you set in step one. However, just be careful, man. Do not
Right.
crash the stream by taking all of the profits, thinking that you can just put them all in your pocket and walk away and just blow it.
Right. And with that being said, with each of these 10 steps, we have a worksheet. That's what the Dream Stream strategy is, right? It's a whole workbook that you can print off and just follow. You can write in it, right? We're looking at doing some other iterations of it, but with each one of these, there's a worksheet that goes with each section, right? So that you can keep track as you grow these multiple income streams. That's what the whole point of the Dream Stream strategy is. It's a workbook, right? That you can work through, download for each stream that you set up, and you can follow and track your results, and it helps you plan and organize and all of that. With this one in particular, we have a sheet called the budget allocator, right? And on the sheet, part of it is every time you get a bag, being able to separate or allocate where you want money to go, right? So a little bit needs to go over here, a little bit needs to go over there, a little bit goes over here, a little bit goes over there, right? Savings, investing, tithing, you know, retirement. Like the worksheet lets you put a number in, and then it'll, based on how risky you want to be, you can choose a different risk level, and then it'll allocate the monies for you, right? And you know, you don't have to follow it to the T, but it's a really helpful tool, right? Um, and this is an online, like a Google sheet, right? You just plug a number in, and boom, you know, it'll allocate it for you. And with that said, we're not saying to be prude, right? We're not saying to be a square. We're not saying not to have fun. We're just saying to do it in moderation. Make sure you set aside investments for the business, the stream, and for multiple streams, right? For the next stream that you're going to go into, and for savings, and for other investments, and leave a little bit for fun, right? We're not saying don't have any fun, right? But just understand that, okay? And that's it for this episode. You just wanted to give that to y'all. Don't blow the bag. Secure it. And that's it. Anything else, bro?
League of Hustlers, we out.
Shit.